targeting key sectors like infrastructure, agriculture, and real estate. Now, at the heart of this ambitious plan lies the development of the Lamu Port, which is a transformative project that could reshape Kenya's trade and economic future. Now, upon completion, the Lamu Port is set to be one of the largest ports in Africa. It is also able to handle some of the largest ships in the world. Our reporter Sophia Ali with more.
And Saudi business leaders from diverse sectors, including agriculture, infrastructure, and real estate, are currently visiting Kenya. This visit signals the growing momentum in the Kenya-Saudi Arabia relationship, with both nations eyeing collaborative growth. Mustafa Ramadan, Vice President of the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, explains that Kenya is focusing not only on expanding the Lamu port, but also on necessary infrastructure to build a sustainable economic zone around it.
Kenya has a plan with Lamu Port. You know, they've always been looking for investment, not only in setting up extra berths, but the supporting infrastructure, as I said, you know, the special economic zones, warehouses, all the horizontal infrastructure to make it a successful port.
The government will go out of its way to make it possible for investors from Saudi to come and find matching partners here and to find room and home for your investments.
As Kenya strengthened its ties with Saudi Arabia, the welfare of Kenyan workers in the kingdom remains a top priority, with over 300 Kenyans living and working in Saudi Arabia. Ensuring their rights and protection has become central to these growing nations.
We have opportunities in skilled labor, and that is where we are ramping up. We are upping up our game to not only send domestic helpers, but to also take skilled labor to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So we are getting there, Sophia. It's work in progress. We need to be patient, but we are getting there.
Ambassador Mohammed Ramadan Ruage, Kenya's ambassador designated to Saudi Arabia, stresses the mutually beneficial relationship between the two nations.
The current administration, led by His Excellency the President William Samoei Ruto, has been very clear on labor externalization, that the buck has to stop with the labor exporting recruiters. So His Excellency has been very clear and is given them very, very strict measures that in as much as you're externalizing labor, then you have to make sure that their rights are protected.
As Kenya continues to expand its economic ties with Saudi Arabia, the strategic focus on worker rights ensures that the growing trade and labor exchange are both prosperous and equitable.
In terms of labor export, actually the members of the chamber are the employees. So part of the MOU that we signed today is that it is speaking into getting opportunities for young people in Saudi Arabia in all sectors, whether it is in building and construction, in hospitality industry, in the IT industry. We are going now to ask for specific job requirements from the Chambers of Commerce of Saudi Arabia.
The signing of Memorandum of Understanding between Kenya Chamber of Commerce and the Saudi Chamber of Commerce, this agreement is aimed at fostering long-term sustainable investment across multiple sectors.
The level of bilateral trade between Kenya and Saudi Arabia has always mostly been on commodities and livestock trading. But now we are looking at attracting and presenting to the Saudis investments that are bankable.
Kenya's strategic collaboration with Saudi Arabia is set to accelerate growth and unlock new economic opportunities. With Lamu Port at the heart of this ambitious partnership, Kenya is giving new economic allies that have the potential to reshape trade across the continent. Sophia Ali for KTN.
All right, with that story from Sophia Ali, we conclude this edition of the Business News at this hour. My name is Kelvin Nyakundi. I'm now going to be ushering in my colleague in the world of sports, none other than Jeff Mogire. He'll be here in the next few.